Welcome to the Better Man Show. I'm your host, John Matuz. Join me on my journey to become the best version of myself. I'll be working with top level coaches and mentors to reach my goals in regard to health, fitness, business, and family. I've signed on to become an experiment for my coaches and will follow their instructions verbatim. I'm all in and will not let my coaches down. This isn't a midlife crisis self-improvement show. I'm doing this to modify who I am from this day forward and hope to also inspire you to join me on my journey to become the better man. So welcome to our first show. We have our first guest and our first coach. He's kind of the guy that got me motivated to do this and talked me into doing this. So we're going to start off with him. His name's Morentin. He's been a friend of mine since we were in high school, and he's an amazing coach, nutritionist, power lifter, incredible guy. Morentin, you're welcome to the show.
Awesome, John. Thank you for having me on. Excited to be here. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about what the show is about, and definitely your background.
So my background is I'm a business guy. My title is account executive. So I'm basically a salesperson for a manufacturing company, and I've been in the same industry since I got out of school, long time ago. Family guy. I've got 3 kids, 5 grandkids, 2 dogs. Normal executive kind of guy. I live down by the beach, and just kind of in that comfortable part of your life where comfort isn't always a great thing, right? It kind of gets you into a lull where you're not as sharp as you used to be, and that's kind of what we started doing the show. And I know that I called you the night that when I had that epiphany when I almost jumped off the pier at the beach after practicing with my daughter's volleyball team, and finding out that I wasn't the athlete that I thought I was anymore. So so I reached out to you. I reached out to multiple other coaches and teammates because that night I just needed an emotional hug, right? And every one of you to a T said, "Hey, we can get you back, Matuz. We can get you back to where you belong, get you back on track." And that's why I'm here. I mean, I'm getting emotional right now thinking about it, right?
That's awesome, John. That's awesome. Yeah, because like on the outside looking in, it seems like you have it all already. Because like I said, I'm your friend. You see on Facebook and the pictures, by the beach and body surfing and doing all this stuff. But like you said, like there's something missing, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, I look at the way I was like when I was a kid. I was an athlete. I thought I was kind of a good athlete, and I was just dedicated, man. I was one of those kind of kids that when I was 9 years old, I would run through our city and I would run to each stop sign, do 25 push-ups, run to the next stoplight, do 25 sit-ups. And I would do that for hours, just because I had to make weight or I had to, get ready for an upcoming event. I mean, you kind of knew that I was a little bit weird like that, but there's that kid is still in me, and I want to sort of bring him out and get to, the person that I really want to be, not just physically and in a nutrition way and fitness way, but also business, relationships. I just want to be that well-rounded guy that's not shaped as a round person, but just well-rounded in everything that I do, right?
Yeah, like a modern day Renaissance man.
Yeah, that's the whole deal. I mean, I want to dress like Paul Weller and look as cool as he does. I mean, I want all of that stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, because so often you see, because I work with a lot of business people and like high-level executives and stuff, and you see that they often have to sacrifice one for the other, and they just think that's the way it is, and you realize that it doesn't have to be that way, right? And actually doing something about it, that's like excited for the show too, because like every person I mention it to, like they're like, I want to know what it's about. I want to watch this journey, So, but like why do you think it's important for you to do that? Because it's awesome to do that, right? But why do you think it's important for you to do that?
Well, I think, a lot of guys get to that point where they have a family, they have kids, and then, it's their responsibility to take care of that family unit, right? And so they focus on the financial side of it and not the other parts of it, So you kind of lose that tiger that lives inside of you to become, like the bear that takes care of everybody, right? And so I just, I've always had that in me. I mean, I still do stuff. I still wrestle. I still do kind of stuff, but it's like not at a high level, right? It's kind of like, just to keep my heart pumping, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it'd still be on the team, but not be, a guy that's out there competing, right? It's just, so I want to get back to where, I want to be a badass again, I mean? And just be that guy that I see myself being, but I know that I'm not anymore, So.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And it's almost like you start, you think you're doing the same stuff, but you're sort of just going through the motions with it, just to like check off a box almost, instead of actually like living it, that just sounds like that. Like you want, like you used to like that. That used to be, because I've known you for over 30 years, like almost 40 years, or pretty much 40 years.
Almost
right?
50 years.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And so I know the passion that you had, like, for everything, sports, like anything that we did, like always 110%, so I understand where you're coming from. So, but why? So why did you pick me?
Well, I picked you because, one, I trust you. We've been friends forever, and you're amazing nutritionist. You're an author. You have My Fit Life. You've helped so many people. And you people need to find out who you are, because you are a resource that everyone needs to know about. I mean, we'll get more into what you've done for other people with, that have different illnesses and, all kinds of different things. But, you've been a championship power lifter. You probably weighed close to 300 pounds at one time and got down to about 165 in a few months. And, you've got that, you know what it takes to get from point A to point B. And, I've been that same guy for the last 30 years where, yeah, I'm the guy that gets up at 5 a.m. and goes to the gym, but Mondays it's chest, Wednesdays it's shoulders, Fridays it's legs. It's the same 7 exercises every time. Probably not doing anything for me, but I'm just there because that's what you're supposed to do. Right. And so now I want to get some professionals to, so I'm, like you said, not just going through the motions, I'm actually making a difference.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, yeah. And that is my specialty, right? Like lifestyle optimization, things like that, and getting people to get their health back, no matter where they're at, either, physically, mentally, emotionally, all that kind of stuff, because it all ties in together as well, So, so one of the things, why now? Why right now?
Well, I mean, I know I told you that story where I was coaching my daughter's volleyball team and we're short a couple of players. So I just hopped out there. Like, yeah, okay, I can play with 12-year-old girls, right? And within 5 minutes, I was like, oh my God, I was embarrassing myself, right? I had no idea that I'd fallen that far down the athletic tree. And so, like I said, I gave you guys all a call that night on my way home while my daughter's in the back seat, not knowing what to say while I'm talking to all these people and telling them how bad I feel about myself. And then I just figured, man, look, I'm 57. I don't have any more days, right? It's later than you think, right? It's people are our age are dropping like flies, right? And I don't want to be that guy. And I'm at the point in my life where I probably have about 10 more years left in my working career, and
Mm-hmm.
why waste that 10 years? Why not be the most animalistic badass guy, physically and business wise, and for my family and everything else. Why not do it? What else am I going to do? Just keep doing the same stupid thing that I'm doing. Every day I'm at the gym at 5 a.m. Why not make it count, right?
Yeah, definitely. And that's make an efficient use of your time, because that's key, because like someone in your position is super busy, like all day long, and you literally have to carve out time for anything that you want to do, and but if you're going to do something, you're not doing a bunch of other things in place of it, being able to do what you're doing, but being able to fit it into your schedule is a big deal, and that's where someone like me comes in really cool, and then also like someone like me as well, to keep you sort of safe too, because I think I'm the first one, because I could actually help you get your health back, and then optimize your body to where you could go through all the adventures that you're going to be going through, right?
Yeah, get me ready for the more drastic coaches that we have lined up, because talking about carving out that time, we do have 24 hours in the day, right? We just got to optimize what we're doing. And so my quest is starting, my main thing is I want to be physically fit. I want to feel good about the way I look again. I want to feel like, no matter what I do physically, whatever these coaches throw at me, I can do it, and not be embarrassed. But at the same time, we're going to talk to people that are going to help us with time management and, controlling our lives a little bit better and prioritizing things. So, it's not just going to be fitness. We're going to have people in here that are going to talk about business, time management. We're going to cover all facets.
Yeah, yeah, like you said, everything, even the look, like I having it all basically, and like they always say, you can't have your cake and eat it too, and all that kind of stuff. But that's programming that just I think gives us like an option to give up on certain aspects of life, when like screw the programming, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and get back into the driver's seat of your own life.
Yeah. And that thing you keep telling me that, this isn't going to be simple. I mean, it's simple, right? But it's not going to be easy. There's a way to do it. We're going to do it that way. And that's another thing is I'm opening myself up to you and all the other coaches. I'm like a petri dish, right? You guys can do whatever you want to me, and I'm going to do whatever you tell me to do. I'm not going to try to hack anything. I'm not going to try to add anything. Whatever you tell me to do, whether it's eat, sleep, drink, crap, whatever, that's what I'm going to do. And so you guys got access to me for as long as you want to keep working with me.
Right on. That's awesome. Yeah. It's really crucial, to be able to follow a plan, because that's one of the things that I'm excited about is to go on this journey, because the people that you're speaking of, myself and the other people that you're talking about, they're super high level coaches that work with some like top level people and they're top level themselves. Like they're highly successful. They didn't just go to college or something. Like they have real world experience being like number one badass in their field, no matter what it is. But following a plan is, I think, the biggest downfall to pretty much everybody that you see that doesn't achieve their goals. They especially with the internet, like you start to cherry pick, like you see all these different plans because they're available to everybody now, so you can see, and oh yeah, this sounds good, that sounds good, this sounds good, and then nobody gets anywhere because like all roads could lead to Rome, but you only follow one path at a time.
Right. So,
and then listening to that, I heard a guy the other day too saying like, hey, like he's super crazy, like high level at every aspect of life, and he says like, if I hire somebody, I follow exactly what they say, and I'll complete the whole program, even if I think like, oh, I follow and I find out exactly, then I'll tweak afterwards, and adjust to my own whatever, and if I think I can improve, but like I want to first see the results because I know they got them, and I've seen them get them for other people. Now I want them, and that's the only way to get them. Yeah. So good job on that.
Yeah, and going back on that, you're going to be my guru. So after I finish with a coach, I'm going to come back with you, and we're going to talk about what we did, the goals that we hit, the milestones that we hit, and then I'll get dialed in with you again, and then we'll go down to the next coach. So we're going to keep you updated on everything that I'm doing, so you can monitor what I'm doing, what's working, what's not working, and kick me in the butt whenever I need it. Because I mean, we know each other, we're like brothers, right?
Yeah, definitely. And so yeah, we'll start you off optimizing you, and doing the 21-day reset back here, all that kind of good stuff. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be great to see you go through the process and everything, and to share it with the with the world, with the listeners, so they could see firsthand what goes on with that. So how often do you plan on releasing shows?
Well, we're going to release it once a week to begin with. It'll be every Tuesday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then, hopefully when I feel more comfortable doing this and, I kind of get the rhythm down, and maybe I'll film some stuff out when I'm, out in the field doing my things, doing my workouts or whatever. But to begin with, I would say the first, at least 3 or 4 weeks, it's just going to be every Tuesday.
Right on. That's awesome. Yeah. So a weekly show, then every once in a while we'll do some special stuff, because you're going to be doing, like you do, like you already do a bunch of cool stuff. It's just a matter of just getting the mindset, and then getting the mind-body connection, in gear, and then getting your body back to where your mind thinks it is too. That all that kind of stuff. Because you're like gun, boxing, MMA kind of stuff. Like you're involved with all that kind of stuff. And we're going to be able to bring all that out. It's going to be so much fun to see all that. All the little combat things and everything.
Yeah, it'll be good to kind of like advance too, because like just everything in my life, I'm at like here, or I should be like here, right? And so, here's comfortable. Here's where everyone else in the world is, right? 2% of the people are up here. Let's go up there. Let's go see what's going on up in that area, right?
Yeah.
Everyone thinks, like you said, everyone thinks I live this awesome, crazy, exciting life, but it's like the G version of it, right? It's the Disney version, and I want to be more of like Jason Statham type level, right? Get a little higher turn the volume up a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost like you're doing everything, but like you're like a yellow belt or something, and you need to be a black belt. So yeah, I understand fully. Very, very, very good. And then like we're going to share the experience to get other people motivated to get off their butts and regain their passion for life too, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm hoping is going to happen. It's called The Better Man, but I hope that females get involved too, and kind of get inspired by what we're doing and, see that I'm sure it's going to be funny, especially when you and I are working together. And then, when Freddie comes on, that's going to be probably a little bit wild too, but it's going to be serious too. Cause I'm not doing this just to make a podcast. I'm doing it because I want an accountability. Right. And I got you. And now, whoever watches this show is going to know whether I'm following the program or not, or whether I'm, a real guy or just going to stay at the same level that I am right now, which I'm not, there's no way. Like you said, we're going to do it or die trying, one or the other.
Yeah, that's awesome, John. That's awesome. Is there anything else that you want to share with this initial episode?
No, just, thanks for, getting me motivated to do this and, getting me to take this first step. This right now, I'm not real comfortable. It's show 1. So hopefully by 3 or 4, I'll feel a little more comfortable and we can open up a little bit more about what's going on, but I'm really excited. And, thank you so much for being coach number 1.
Awesome, John. Thank you for having me on the show.
All right. Thank you for joining us on the first episode of The Better Man Show. I'm your host, John Matuz. Please tell your family and friends about our show, and I'll see you next week.